About a year ago, GoSun sent us the GoSun Sport so that we can test it out and see how it will work on a boat. It's been about a year now that we've been using it and sailing the Caribbean, and I think it's about time that we share our opinion and thoughts about it.
We have cooked on this stove a lot in the last year.
Yes.
As you can tell, this isn't like a nice shiny unboxing video of a brand new one. This one's been around the block a little bit, been used. It's been tied on the back of our boat for just about a year now.
So let's get started.
If you guys don't know, a GoSun stove is a solar cooker, which means it cooks with the sun. And unlike other solar cookers that are just like big, boxy, fold-out, large things, this one works with a parabolic mirror or parabolic reflector and then a vacuum tube, which means it's kind of like a kid with a magnifying glass
That's
cooking
very
ants,
strong.
but a lot bigger, so you can actually cook a meal or cook bread or something like that.
So when you order your GoSun, if you order the GoSun Pro Pack, it comes in with a nice little bag, which is very small actually, and everything fits in it. It makes it easy to go in and out of the dinghy, in and out of the car. If you're going camping somewhere, you just have everything in one single bag. And in terms of material of the bag itself, it's outdoor material, it's very durable. And I mean, we've been having it for some time on the boat. We never had any problem with rust or mold. Or yeah, it held up really well.
Setting up is pretty straightforward. Once you take it out of the bag, you just fold the mirrors out. You fold the legs to where you want them. They fold all the way up and kind of lock. And then you just adjust it to the angle of the sun. It's pretty straightforward. That's not an exact science. As long as it's kind of pointing in the direction of the sun, it'll work. Keeping the mirrors clean seems to help a little bit, but if they're kind of dirty, it'll cook just fine no matter what. Yeah. And keeping the glass tube clean also helps get the most heat you can out of it, so you can cook in the least amount of time.
Obviously, on a flat surface is much easier than on the boat, and we've been trying to figure out a couple ways to attach it on the boat. The easiest way for us that we figured that would work was to attach it with zip ties. You basically attach the legs to the rail and nothing,
that seems to work.
Nothing seems to be moving.
They have on the bottom a screw, like a threaded spot for a 1/4-20 thread, which is like any camera tripod adapter, that size bolt. And they're working, well, we've actually been working with them a little bit to try to develop a really secure way to keep it on a boat. Because on a boat you have two things. Normally when you go camping, you put this thing on the hood of your car, put it on a picnic table, set it on the ground, works just fine. On a boat, you've got wind, and this has like a lot of surface area for the wind, and it's always moving. Even in a nice calm anchorage, it's always moving. One of our favorite things to cook on it is just like the add water and stir cake mix, brownie mix, those Pillsbury Doughboy like cinnamon buns. They're so good. Just like the really easy stuff. We've cooked more complicated things like eggs. We've done omelets. We've tried doing breakfast burritos. Took us a couple tries, but we got those down too. And like shish kebab. If you think of like grilling a shish kebab, you just take all that stuff, instead of putting a skewer through it, just lay it down in the tray. It works really well. We did like mango chipotle steak shish kebabs. So good.
And obviously, as a solar cooker, it depends on the sun. So
sun and sun alone.
The more sun you have, the better it cooks. And some meal can take from 20 minutes to 45 minutes depending on the forecast of the day.
I would say it cooks at least twice as fast, if not more, than a traditional solar oven. And maybe about half as slow as like your oven at home, your propane or electric oven at home.
And if it's a little bit overcast, it can still cook a little slowly. But if it's raining, if we've tried this, it just doesn't work. So one of the quirks that we found out while cooking on the GoSun is that most of the time the ends don't really cook all the way, and that's because there's some steam that evaporates out from the edge of the GoSun, and so it doesn't get as much heat in the corners.
Right where there's the air escapes from the end, it just doesn't quite get as hot. So yeah, if you put the bread, you cook a shorter loaf, or
Or you cut the edges.
Yeah, or if you're cooking like shish kebabs, make sure the meats are kind of in the middle and maybe some vegetables or something are right near the end. And you can check those because if those are cooked, then the rest of it's cooked.
A few other limitations that we found with the GoSun is that you can't cook multiple meals at once.
For the two of us to eat, it cooks enough food for both of us to eat, but it's hard to cook the rice and the beans and the meat in one tray. And yeah, obviously once the sun goes down, you can't cook anymore. But GoSun has taken those into consideration and have developed the GoSun grill, which is a larger tube. It has two, it's almost the size of like a bread pan that slide in the ends, and it has a way of storing energy so you can cook after the sun goes down for, I think they say, about 2 hours.
Yeah. This stove is more the sports stove.
Yeah,
so as it's
portable.
It's portable, so you can take it for camping, you can take it for a weekend, and the other grill is bigger, so it's more of a permanent thing.
It's true. What we love about this stove, the two things we love, three things we love. It cooks quickly with the sun, like a lot quicker, I think, than we thought it was going to cook. It's free. Yeah. Free energy. Once you buy the stove, that's it. You need no fuel to cook. It's easy to clean, all that kind of stuff. No
charcoal, no fuel,
no propane.
No plug-ins.
Yeah, you don't have to plug anything in. And the third thing that we found out, like when we were in the BVIs, that was really nice, was where they have campfire bans, you can't go to shore and cook food, like for lunch, cook hot dogs, those kinds of things. But you can bring this to shore and you can cook on the beach and you have a delicious meal, kind of barbecue with your friends without starting a fire, which is really awesome.
When you're done cooking, you might think that this whole mechanism is hard to clean, but it's actually very, very easy. You can purchase little cleaning trays. They usually come with the pack, with the Pro Pack.
The Pro Pack comes with those cleaning trays.
It's super easy. You just thread it in, and you push it in and out of the actual GoSun, and it cleans the inside. And this one you can clean just as well as you clean your other cooking stuff. Yeah, you scrub it down.
We clean the tube and the reflector usually with just denatured alcohol and a rag, which keeps it nice and clean. It's got a wood handle, rubber gasket. These are stainless steel, like surgical grade stainless steel, so they just do not rust. We've had them on the boat for a year. We wash them with salt water a lot, and they just don't rust. The legs are also made out of stainless steel with like a heat shrink kind of tubing over top so that it has a bit of grip to it. And then this parabolic reflector is aluminum, and it hasn't corroded hardly at all in the last year. And like we said, we've had this thing hanging off the back, like the stern rail of our boat, for almost a year now. Yeah. And then this is obviously a glass vacuum tube.
So that's it. That's all we have to say about that. But thank you so much for stopping by and watching our review. And if you are interested in purchasing your own GoSun, either the sports or the grill, then make sure that you go to the GoSun's website. We're going to put the link in the description below.
The best part is, if you guys are interested in a GoSun stove and you want to buy your own, make sure you use the promo code SAILINGUMA and you'll get $25 off your stove.
And today is such a sunny, hot day, so it's perfect day to put the GoSun to use and make some brownies.
Make some brownies. That sounds yummy.
It's going to be good.
So, thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys want a GoSun stove, because we love it. And hopefully you'll love it too. And until our next review.
Bye. See you next time.
See you next time, guys.